All right, let me rap to you real quick, nephew. So it all started when I was going to a con in Texas. I was headed over there with my boy Vegeta, Natsu, and Hokage. That was the squad. We was pulling up, right? But one thing that everybody else had on their minds was they wanted to get some hoes. I wasn't really going there for that. You know, if I wanted to go to a faraway land to go pick up hoes, I'll just hit on Vegas. At least that's what I thought. Next morning comes along and I'm late for the con. Oh, fudge. Well, gotta get a move on. So, you know, I've forced my zombie behind that. I go ahead and hit that shower. I put on my, my little Black Panther Wakanda chain, bro. Got my, my superhero shirt. Got my Deadpool hat on. Looking clean, bro. I hit up the boys. I'm gonna hit up the con. I'm about to show up. So I decide to hit the elevator. And this is where we meet. I don't know what to call this girl. What are we gonna call this girl? Should we call her Tsundere-chan? No. Should we call her Fan-chan? No. Should we call her Lucy-sama? No, we already used Lucy at one point. Juvia! Juvia-chan. Thick, wet girl. Take that how you want. I'm in the elevator. Juvia-chan, and she's sitting there with we're gonna call her Yuno. Girl looks at me and says,
"That's a nice Black Panther necklace you have."
I was like, oh yeah, thanks.
I really like Black Panther.
Cool. I mean, like, that was one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, and I just love black people.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they just, he really gets me going.
And then her buddy says,
"So, do you have a friend?"
I do. But at this point, I'm kind of feeling a little, singled out. I don't know what the fudge is going on. I'm just, she out here looking at me like a whole snack. And I'm just kind of like, okay. Don't get it twisted. This girl was, business was booming, if you know what I mean. But what I kept hearing in my head was my grandpa, right? And my grandpa always told me, don't trust these hoes. That's basically what he told me. But I was like, I don't know this woman. Maybe I'm reading the signals wrong. So I put on my dense anime protagonist hat, right? And I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, so, what room are you staying in?
I'm like, oh, I'm just, upstairs. I'm not gonna give some random woman my room.
Oh, well, I hope I see much more of you at the con.
Now, I know what some of you people out there with the shallow mindset are like, Otaku, go ahead and hit it! I don't know this woman, bro. And listen, man, in the mind of a black man, we be thinking about, oh man, am I gonna get hit with some allegations? That is something in the back of our minds all the time, all right? At least smart ones.
Sir, no, he was delivered. He was born here at the hospital. I know he was born there. I was there. Now find out the address that he was delivered to.
Anyway, I get off the elevator. I'm like, yeah, see you guys around. And I'm thinking, man, I ain't never gonna see that chick ever again. Yeah, part of me was like, hey, man, why don't you get the number? But me, I'm just kind of like, I didn't really come here for that. I pull up to the con. I see my boys. Homie Vegeta lets me in. We rolling. We meet up with the boy Carter. We chilling. And in the back of my mind, I was just thinking like, I wonder if that girl's gonna be there tomorrow. Nah. So the next day comes around, and my boy Vegeta is like,
"Hey yo, you trying to come to the crib? Maybe chillax, get some pizzas?"
I'm like, all right, bro, I'll cruise to your room. And he's all the way downstairs. We're upstairs. I hit the elevator again. Guess who I see? Yes, sirree, it is Juvia in that same elevator. And we're going downstairs, and this girl's like,
"Oh, hi there. It's you, Black Panther boy."
Yeah.
I guess we should get each other's names and be on a first-name basis now.
Okay. I'm thinking through my head, it doesn't really mean anything, right? I'm taking the signals too much, right? It's gotta be that. And then she says,
So, you should come to my booth.
She sells these energy drinks at the con.
I'll give you a free taste.
I'm like, that's, poor choice and words. But okay, yeah, sure, why not? Then her friend says,
yeah, and bring your friend, the one with the dreads.
How does she know about Kage? Because I never...
By the way, you should really wear your Black Panther necklace. I just love that movie. It's filled with so many black kings.
Okay, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to make some moves. So I get out of the elevator and I start walking to my boy's room and they start following me and I'm like, what the fudge? What's going on here? And she says,
oh, so that's where your room is. Good to know.
And they went to their room and I was like, this ain't my room, but all right. So I go to Vegeta's room and Vegeta's like,
what's going on? You look a little flustered, Furiku.
Man, I really want to tell my boy, but I know if I tell him, he's gonna get me in trouble. But still, I'll worry about it later. The next day comes. I gotta tell somebody about this. I can't tell Vegeta, he's gonna be the devil on my shoulder. So I tell my boy Hokage, and I tell my boy Natsu. And I'm just like, dog, I don't know what the fuck to do. She wants me to come down there. My too good to be true meter was going off. There was no way this dick-looking, cosplay-having personification of an anime girl would just come up to me.
Blah, 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 blah.
Black stuff. I felt like I was being fetishized. Okay. Hokage, he's like, okay, well, I'll go with you. My boy Natsu's like, oh man, well, I don't know, dude. I don't want to get in the middle of your thing. So I'm like, okay, if it's go time, Kage, I'm gonna give you the Naruto hand signals, but I'm gonna go by myself first. If I need you to pull up, I'm gonna pull up. He's like, all right, bet. So at the con, I pull up to the freaking juice station or whatever, and she's like,
oh my god, you came! Oh, blah-de-dee blah.
Like, okay, she's just talking to me normally, along with her friend. Her friend is looking at me crazy because I didn't bring one of my friends. She gives me the juice, and I see that she's got a man with her. That's clearly her boyfriend, and I was like, there it is. I was just reading too much into it, you know, and we're just chatting it up. We just chilling, you know, and then he leaves. When he leaves, she leans over and tells me,
my boyfriend's not gonna be here for 6 hours. Maybe you should come here after the con and bring a friend from my friend, and we can have some fun.
And at the end of that sentence, she called me Otaku-D Furiku. Okay. This makes sense. It's a groupie. Never in my life did I think I would, like, meet actual fans or anything like that. I sat there and I just said, yeah, we'll see about that. I took my shit and I dipped. I went right back to my boys. But Jesus is like,
yo, dog, what's going on?
I looked at him and I was like, I can't tell him anything. So I'm sitting here like in a battle with myself. And the only person that really knows what's happening is my boy Hokage. There was supposed to be some events going on that night. I had originally planned to go to a party put on by the con. I'm just sitting here like, I got 3 hours to decide. Am I gonna bring my boy Hokage to the abyss with me? What if I get hit with some allegations? What if I get hit with some video? What if that dude comes through and he's got a gun? I'm on my light Yagami shit, just really thinking of every little nook and cranny of the situation that I'm in. And apparently, while I'm in that situation, I just have an epiphany. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't dealing with this shit. So we don't go. I'm thinking, you know what, I'm probably never going to see that girl again because that booth was going to get shut down that day. So I'm like, clearly she's going to leave the con. I get in that elevator one more time to go down alone. I see the girl again.
Hey, just wanted to let you know you have one more opportunity before I leave tomorrow.
No, that's it. Because at this point, I'm like, you know what, I'm about to do it. I don't give a fuck. So instead, I said, you know what, none of these people can help me. I hit up my boy Pikachu. And see, I was on my Batman shit because before this con, what I didn't tell you, that night when we was all talking and chilling and maxing and relaxing, I told Pikachu, bro, if something happens and I'm about to get into some shiz and I'm possibly about to ruin my life or do something that I might regret later, I am going to call you and I want you to make me understand why this is a bad idea. So I call up my boy Pika, I go outside away from everything, and I'm like, Pika, I need you to convince me not to smash this woman. well, Furiku, if you do this, then this is gonna happen, and da-da-da-da, you don't know this woman, she's met you like, you don't know for like 3 days, I don't even think you remember her name. Back to my senses. Thank you for that. I'll see you when I get back. And that is the end of that, because my boy Vegeta, still to this day, is...
You should have made moves, Furiku! You should have done it! What's wrong with you?
I get it. The comment section is gonna be like that, but guess what? I don't give a fudge. I ain't with that. Nonetheless, it was a cool con. If you guys liked this random story time about me talking about crazy situations at cons, then let me know and I'll do some more.
If you're not already subscribed to 2GS Bootlegged, then I guess I'm gonna have to meet you in the elevator. Subscribe now.